things you do not know.
Shalom, holy brothers and sisters. This is the commentary for Parshat Lech Lecha. There are a couple items that I want to share regarding this week's Parsha. The first comes from the first lines of the Parsha. I'm going to read it in Hebrew, translate it, and then offer some explanation. It says, Vayomer Hashem el Avram. It's before he became Avraham. He was Avram. Lech lecha me'artzecha u'mimelodecha u'mivet avicha el haaretz asher arecha. And it means, and God said to Abraham, go from your land and from the place from your birthplace, the place which you were born, from the house of your father, to a land which I will show you. So Abraham kind of follows God blindly with full faith, not knowing exactly where he's going to be led. And there are many, many things that we can learn from this. Number one is faith. Sometimes we have an intuition that a certain job is not working out for us, or that we need to move, or that a certain person is not our soulmate. And we need to take risk and have faith that we're to follow our intuition, that we're being led in the right way. We may not know what the next step is. We may not have another job lined up, but sometimes you just have to take that leap of faith and trust that everything will be okay. So one of the commentaries that I read on this verse was talking about how when Abraham left the place that he was familiar with, his sort of security blanket or his comfort zone, when he got out of his comfort zone and he went as a stranger in a strange land, wandering until he was finding his next dwelling place, he experienced what it's like to be a traveler. And so when he did set up his tent, what he was very known for was his very, very warm hospitality towards travelers and strangers. Abraham's tent was open on all four sides, and he welcomed complete strangers. He washed their feet, he fed them, he spoke with them. And it even says that one time Abraham was talking to God, praying or meditating, and then strangers came, which were actually angels disguised as men, and he put off his conversation with God in order to attend to those people who he thought were travelers. So this is something that we could learn from Abraham. Whenever we have a challenge in life, like in this example that he was a traveler and he saw how difficult it was traveling and not having your own place, and when you're on the road, it can be uncomfortable. There's all kinds of challenges that arise when you're traveling. Since he had been there and done that, he made extra effort to help other people that were in his position that he was once in. And so too, whenever we have challenges in life, whether it's financial, whether it's spiritual, if somebody, for example, has an issue with forgiveness, and then they work really, really hard on themselves emotionally and spiritually to conquer that issue and learn about forgiveness, then it is up to them to teach other people who also have that same challenge with forgiveness to how they achieved their accomplishments. Same thing with addictions. Like in many Alcoholics Anonymous programs, the mentors are former alcoholics, or what you call a dry alcoholic, somebody who hasn't used in a long time, because only they can really mentor and understand other alcoholics, because they've been there, done that, they've been in their shoes. So whenever we prevail and triumph over any challenge in our life, it's really, really important to share that knowledge and that wisdom and that experience that we had with other people in that position. Another thing that I want to share is from a book called Women at the Crossroads by Rebbetzin Chana Bracha Siegelbaum. And I'm just going to read the first couple lines and discuss it. Avram took Sarai, his wife, and Lot, his brother's son, and all their possessions that they had gathered, and the souls that they had made in Haran. Now we know that Sarai, who later became Sarah, was barren, and for many, many years they were married and they could not conceive. So what is it talking about? And all of the souls that they had made in Haran. Well, even though couples can be barren and not have physical children for many, many years, it is I don't know, a Hasidic belief, or it's a not so well known aspect of Judaism that when couples are together in marital relations, that souls are created in heaven, and even if they don't have any physical children, they still create souls on high, which is a beautiful and scary idea. If people have not been careful, then they don't know, what kind of souls they created when they were physically intimate with somebody else. So it's something to keep in mind for those of us who are not so observant and who maybe had relations, etc., to really keep in mind that when you're with somebody physically, it has a spiritual impact in other dimensions that we may not be aware of. So we really need to be more mindful of our intimate relationships, because even if we use contraception and we're not bearing physical children, there are other implications of those relationships. So Shabbat Shalom. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and share, and join me next week for exploring the Parsha from a female perspective. Shabbat Shalom. Bye-bye.
Shall be a blessing. You shall be